feel like this. Only been days, but it feel like months.
Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name is Shakira, and if you're new here, I create fashion, lifestyle, vlog content on my channel. If you're not new here, thank you for coming back. This is a sit down video because it was requested over a year ago. By my girl, Angelicia. We used to play piano together. She's also subscribed to the channel. She has been asking me to do this video for a while now. I saw her at homecoming recently and she was like, where is the video? And I was like, you know what? I forgot, but I promise I'm gonna record it. This is going to be a collection of my Louis Vuitton bags. Also giving you a little bit of backstory about how I acquired the bag, where I got it from, where I purchased it from, authentication, etc., because that's essentially what the video is supposed to be about. She wanted like some pointers on shopping online, especially like secondhand LV. So let's get into it. So to kick the video off, I'm going to go in the order that I got the bag just to make it easier on myself. So the very first one I got was a Epileather Speedy. It's a blue Speedy. Here she is. She is Epileather again, so when you get close up on it, you can actually see like the texture and the detail. It has a pocket on one side of the bag, no pocket on the other, and then the only monogramming is this corner. It'll say LV, and then it also has LV on the other corner of the bag, so it's on either corner of the bag. This is a Speedy. I think this is a Speedy 25. Yes, this is a Speedy 25 because I have a Speedy 30 that I'll show you, and it's a little bit smaller than that. I'll also do a size comparison so you can see the 25 next to the 30. I love her. It's the first one I got. I did not purchase this bag. This bag was gifted to me. It was a gift. And I was so appreciative. It was my very first designer bag in my life, like my very first designer bag, and it was gifted to me. It was such a blessing. But I love her. You know, I've never really looked to see what the date code was, and I have all of my bags stuffed too. I keep my bags stuffed with paper or like old t-shirts so that they don't lose their shape. I like them to keep their shape in my closet. Oh, I found something. So this is actually a Speedy 30. I found the tag. So this was purchased for $4.49. $4.49 at the time. You can find these cheaper now. This goes on eBay these days. It also depends on the color. Like, I think they price the red ones and the black ones a little more expensive, but like the blues, the yellows, the oranges, you can pretty much find for like, on a good day, $3.50. And another one of my tips that I wanted to talk about too is to find sellers who are open to negotiation. That is the key to eBay, and I'll get into that a little bit later in the video. But yes, this is my very first one, Epileather blue. It did come with the lock, but when it was gifted to me, the key wasn't in it, so the lock is just gonna stay here, you know, for decoration. The second bag I ever got from LV is Audrey. If you all are not new here, you all know Audrey. To know me is to know Audrey. This is the Speedy 30, and what was special about this was it was a birthday gift. Also, I keep the lock on here. I keep the keys also inside the bag just because I don't want to lose them. I keep them on the inside pocket, that like zipper pocket. Now if I'm ever traveling and I feel the need to like lock the bag, I can just take the key out, lock the zipper, and go about my day. Now when I got this bag, I immediately purchased a bag organizer from Amazon. So this is the bag organizer, and it also came with this like flat, it goes at the bottom of the purse. So you lay it flat, you put it inside, and you lay it flat at the bottom, and it helps the bottom not sag. Because when I got it, I watched a lot of videos and women were like, you know, the only thing I don't like about it is once you put things in it, the bottom begins to sag and like hang down. So I was like, I got a fix for that. So I ordered this, came together as a pair. So now whenever my bag is stuffed, it doesn't matter what I put in this bag, this will not bend or break. Like, it keeps the bag like flat. Now, if I am going for a slouchy look, I'll take this out, because I did do a YouTube short where I took this strap extender off and I just did this to make the strap shorter, because LV released the Speedy Soft, and was it the Soft Speedy? I think it's the Soft Speedy that has like just a shorter strap. It's kind of one of the main selling points for it, but I just took the extender off, and that way it just gives you a shorter strap without having to buy a whole new bag. Now, the bag organizer looks like this, and I love this too because you can separate all of your things. So I tend to put like my wallet in one side, my key in one side, lip glosses, hand sanitizer, you know, anything like that that I'm reaching for often, I'll put in these 3 pockets. And it also has like the zipper parts on it. But this is just like a really great bag organizer. It also comes with this little strap that you can hook your keys to so you can easily find it. But I will link this in my Amazon storefront and at the bottom of this video if you're interested in a bag organizer for your Speedies or any bag that you have, because it's not just for Speedies. But yes, I named her Audrey because Audrey Hepburn popularized the Speedy. So this is the second one that I have. Again, this was also a gift. Next, we're going to get into the very first one I purchased. Okay, so this is the third LV bag that I have, and the first one I've ever purchased in my life. This was my first, in my mind, big girl purchase as far as like splurging on myself. It's the most money I've spent on anything for myself. So this is her. This is the Takashi Murakami Speedy 30. This bag has been my dream bag since I was little. Like, it was on every TV show. Raven Simone had this bag when she was on Disney Channel. Sharpay, what is her name? Ashley? Is her name Ashley? Ashley Tisdale, she had this bag when they were on Disney Channel. It was just like the it girl bag, and it was one that I always dreamed of having, and I just never thought that I would be able to get my hands on it, and it's the very first one I purchased for myself. And when this bag came, I felt like it was a dream come true. Say what you want. I felt like it was a dream come true. Never thought that I would have it. Now I am looking around for the black version. I was always in love with the white version, and now that I have the white, I feel like I want to round out that like collection with the black one of this, just to like round it out, you know? So again, this is the Speedy 30 Takashi Murakami. I do keep her stuffed again so she can keep her shape. This bag I purchased from eBay. I purchased this from eBay. It was a little over $1,000, and this was also my first eBay purchase that I communicated with the seller, and I didn't know at the time that you could negotiate and go back and forth. So I paid what she was selling the bag for. It was literally like $1,010 or something like that she was selling it for. I purchased this bag before the re-release of Takashi Murakami for the anniversary collection. So I purchased it right on time, because when the anniversary collection was announced, they jacked the prices up. People who had been selling them, they jacked the prices up of the vintage ones. So I got this one right on time. Now, to find one in this good of condition, because she took such great care of this bag as far as like the straps, the scratching, anything like that. I don't think she really carried this bag. To find one at the price that I paid for this one, I mean, you can find them, but the straps may have like patinaed a little bit more, or, you know, it's just like little things, that some scuffs or some scratches in the canvas that you might have to deal with. But love her. This is Paris. I did name this one too. I named her Paris. When you order from eBay over a certain amount, and you can also do this yourself, but when people have things listed over a certain amount, eBay automatically flags it as needing to be authenticated. So this was one that was flagged as needing to be authenticated. So after I purchased the bag from the seller, she then shipped it to eBay's authenticator, and then the authenticator goes through the process and they ship it to the buyer. Now, if it gets to eBay's authentication system people, if they find that the item is not authentic, they will send it back to the seller and let you know, hey, it's not authentic, so we sent it back, you know, no harm, no foul, here's your money. But if it is authentic, they will then ship it to you. They had this attached. I just kept it in the bag, and it just has the authentication guarantee sign on the inside. They just put these little cards inside that say, hey, it was authenticated and this is what we found. So for example, this is the card that was with this bag. It just says it was a Louis Vuitton Speedy handle bag, and then they have the serial number on the card. Oh wow, this bag was made in 2007. Wow. Okay, so hadn't honestly looked at that twice since I cut it off. It's my first time actually really looking at it. But yes, this is my first purchase. Now this also comes with this little key, because you can lock this bag as well, but the keys are in this little pouch that you hook on the side of the purse. But to lock this one, you zip it and then you put it in here, and that locks it. So now it is locked. Your zipper isn't gonna go anywhere until you take the key, put it in here, turn it, and then it will unlock for you. So this is my first big girl purchase and the third bag in my collection. Fourth/fifth bag is another eBay find. So this is the Papillon. Now Papillon, they named these bags Papillon because they said that it reminded them of a butterfly. So butterfly in French is papillon. They said that the bag itself looks like the body of a butterfly, and then the straps look like wings. So hence the name Papillon. Now I say fourth and fifth, but these came together as a set because they used to come as a set back in the day. This bag is from the 80s. This bag is older than me. One second. So based on the date code, I had to like dig inside because back in the day, them putting the codes in it, it was like not easily noticeable. But this bag is from 82. It is actually quite a lot older than me. But this is the big one and this is the little one. So the little one would go inside of the bag. But you can do this different ways. I tend to wear it like this, or I'll unhook the little clasp that this comes with and I'll just hang it on one side, and I'll use this as like a little lip gloss holder, or I'll put my keys in here, something small to just like, you know, be easily accessible. But I love her. I didn't feel a need to name this one anything but butterfly because that's what Papillon means. Now, this was my first experience with Japanese eBay. I didn't know what Japanese eBay was, did not know that was a thing. I was ordering on Japanese eBay without realizing I was ordering on Japanese eBay. There's a seller, her name is eLady03. I will link her in the description box. This was also before tariffs. So I don't know what it's like lately ordering on Japanese eBay because I have not ordered anything since then, but this is from Japan. So how it works is you will place the order, and if you are specifically looking for Japanese eBay, you go on eBay, you go to search, and next to search, you also have to be on a computer for this to work. Once you hit search, next to search, you'll see advanced. Click on advanced, and you scroll down, you'll see locations. There's gonna be 2 location options that you have. One is gonna be located in, and you wanna go to that one and drop down menu, hit Japan. And you can find like where things are everywhere, but like people talk highly of Japanese eBay because they say, you know, you get the best deals, they have the best options. You see so many girls on TikTok going to Tokyo in Japan for secondhand designer shopping. So they do have tons of options, and I have a lot of stuff on my wish list from Japanese eBay, but I'm trying to figure out what's going on with these tariffs first. But this was my first experience with it. So this was located in Japan. They ship it goes through the whole customs process, and then it arrives at your front door. Now, people tend to trust Japanese eBay. I would say do your own research, go to trusted sellers. I'll say that. 2, because this was under the threshold of the authenticity guarantee, like this was over the threshold, so it had to be authenticated. This was not authenticated, not whatever word I just said. This was under the threshold, so this did not have to. Now, what you can do is once you go to an item's listing, you can go to like a little checkbox that says add authenticity guarantee. So you can add it as a buyer. I think it's like $40. It was like $40 that you pay in addition to what you would pay for the bag. And then that way it forces the seller to send it to be authenticated. There we go. Authenticated. But if you don't want to deal with all that, if you just like want to buy the bag and not have it authenticated, you don't have to. So this is one that just got to my front door. I love this bag. It goes with everything. Like literally, I can throw it on with this right here, what I have on. I just also feel like the monogram canvas is a neutral. It just goes with almost every outfit. Now, if you want to, this is why I count them as 2, because if you want to, you can take this little baby out on the town by herself. If you have like a night out with the girls, you don't want a big bag, you just want something really small to hold your lip gloss. It's not gonna hold your phone. It's not gonna hold your phone. And if you have a lot of keys, it's not gonna hold your keys. It'll hold your car key and your house key. And you can take out like your cards, because I have put my like driver's license in here and my debit card and went out with just this and I was fine. But this is really cute. One thing I also love about this is that it has this little hook detail. And what I love about it is sometimes, this is taking it a loose, sometimes I will put this through a belt loop. Like if I have on jeans or something, I'll put this through a belt loop and then just hook it on the other end, and this will hang from my belt loop, and then I'm hands-free, right? And then the only thing I have to carry is my phone in my hand, but other than that, this is just like off my person, it's just hanging. But it's a cute little accessory as well, and you can also use this as like a charm on other bags. So cute. Now the last one in my collection, I don't have a name for her yet. I'll think about it. This one was also purchased from eBay. This one was a different process. Okay, here she is. This is the Ideal, I think it's the Ideal Romance. It's from the Ideal line, and the Ideal line was like this cloth material like this, and they had it in like a speedy, they had this style, they had different styles, but the Ideal is essentially this kind of like cloth material. I love this bag. It has 2 pockets on the side, so you can put like water bottles on either side. This is a workhorse, right? Like you can do a lot with this bag. You can drop a lot in this bag. And I love the like slouchy kind of like hobo aesthetic it has. It does have this like clasp fasten, and then on the inside it is very deep, very spacious. Love her. Now to close it, you would put these 2 back together, and you take this little strap on the top and you push it down in here, and now it's closed again. Love her. The straps were so nice, and you can adjust them. I think I have it on like the longest one, but you can definitely shorten it, you know. And I feel like this is a great fall bag. So let me tell you the story about this bag. This bag is also from eBay, but this is not from Japanese eBay. This is not from me buying directly from a person like the Takashi Murakami. No, this was purchased from a pawn shop who has an eBay storefront. So this pawn shop, I was like searching it because this was also one of the bags that was on my wish list. I have like a wish list of bags that I really want in my collection, and this has been a part of that wish list for a few years now. And I would search it online. I would look at people selling it on the Real. I had it saved, and they were charging like $700, $800, $900. Like when they first hit the site, they're like $900, and then over time they'll like drop them down. But I was never able to really catch one once they dropped it, because people will purchase it once it hit like that $500 mark, which is about as low as it will kind of get on the Real. And so I was never able to snag one. Started looking on eBay, and then I was also searching like on Instagram, on TikTok, on YouTube for people's videos about this bag, but people don't really talk about this bag, so it was hard for me to really get information. So I'm on eBay one day and I see a listing for the bag, and I see that you can make an offer. The pawn shop is located in Florida, South Florida. I'm from Florida. And I was like, I wonder if I can make an offer on that, because it's a pawn shop. Because I think when you go to pawn shops, I think you can kind of negotiate with them. I'm not sure, but I think you can. And so I was like, let me make an offer. So I made them an offer, kind of like a lowball offer. And then they came back almost immediately with a counter offer to my offer. And I was like, you know what? I want this bag so bad that I'm just going to accept this. The counter offer was less than I have ever seen this bag listed for. And I think they just kind of want to get it off of their hands, you know. So I was like, yes! So I did purchase it from a pawn shop on eBay, and they sent it to me. Love her down. Such a great bag and in such great condition. Now I will say, when I received it, it was probably in someone's home where it had been like boxed up for a long time, because I had to air this bag out for a long time. Like it had to sit outside for a while because it just smelled like storage and like garage for a long time. So yeah, now she's all good. I have worn her and she's been very great to me. Now, what I do want to leave you with, I hope that some of the tips about Japanese eBay have been helpful. What I do want to leave you with is, don't be afraid to negotiate. If you are on eBay and you see where a seller has the option to make an offer, because sometimes you'll see like the price, and under the price it'll say or best offer. Throw an offer out there. Most of the time people are just trying to get rid of things. They don't want them anymore. And so they'll come back and like give you another offer, or they may accept your offer. You never know. But those are some of the tips that I have. I'm trying to think if I have anything else. Oh, I will say shop around. Like I know 3 of these are from eBay. Well, all of the ones that I purchased are from eBay, and then the other ones were gifted to me. But I do have some other bags in my collection that I got from like the Real or Mercari or sites like that. So don't forget to also look at like Poshmark, the Real, Depop, Mercari. Those other sites can be kind of iffy, so I'll say shop at your own risk, but look around. Also on the Real, they have the option to set a search. So say for example, you really want a Papillon. On the Real, if you search Louis Vuitton Papillon, you'll see under the search, it'll give you an option that says save search. Hit that option, and that way on your account, you can always like check it weekly. I check my Real like every 3 days for things that I want, but you'll always see it populated when new ones arrive on the Real. And it's also just a good measure of being able to see when things are like dropping, and you can see like when the price starts going down. If it hits a price that you don't mind paying, then you'll be in the know on those things. So I will say shop around, and make sure too that it is something that you are actually going to love. There are so many things that I see online, like designer bags, whatever, and I'm like, oh, this is cute and it's a great price, but then I stop and I ask myself, Shakira, do you love this bag? Just because I think it's cute doesn't mean that I actually love the bag. I will say that every bag that I have purchased in my collection, I have been in love with. I've purchased it because I saw use for it. I see myself using it long term. It's not something that I see myself getting rid of. If anything, I see myself passing it down. So make sure that you're not purchasing just for the sake of purchasing. Purchase things that you love and that you know will be in a constant rotation in your closet. So I hope that this video was helpful, and happy shopping, y'all. If there's anything else that you want to see me talk about concerning my Louis Vuitton collection, any shopping advice, tips, tricks, how do I shop, how do I style these bags, whatever you want to see, just let me know, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.